we may possibly see about 2 or 3 new civs enter into the colonization of Africa because there's a lot of Europeans that have settlers in that region. Well, mainly England and Spain. Those are the two big ones, but Arabia might have an interesting kind of situation here. They could settle next to the city-state and be next to another Egyptian city. Now, Arabia messed up. Not too long ago, he decided to go after Cleopatra, and he missed out on one of the biggest opportunities to take over her capital city. The problem is now Cleopatra has this city reinforced, and it's probably not possible anymore. It actually might end up backfiring on Haran because I could see it where Egypt goes after Mecca herself. I think that's a likely scenario. We could see something like that play out here, but we'll see. We're approaching turn 250, and there's still a few. I think there's a few conflicts that are taking place. France won't do anything with its military, even though I know that England looks good. England does look powerful, so I'm a little bit worried for Catherine myself, but I would say just do it, dude. Just do it. Okay, that's a big one. Norway just declared war on England. Now you definitely want to do it, Catherine. So I knew it was going to happen. So there's berserkers here. This is the exact scenario that Norway is the best scenario Norway could have asked for. The Aztecs have peaced out with America. There's actually nothing here in Scandinavia, nothing in Sweden, Norway, or well, that's all they really have control over, territory over. But yeah, there's no military this way. There's still a lot of berserkers here. Thing is, Vicky has her, redcoats, right? Her redcoats are coming up. After musketmen, it's in between musketmen and riflemen, I believe. It's not an upgradable unit, but it's powerful. Thing is, though, they would be fighting in their home continent to protect Manchester at the very least, so they won't get that extra 10 like combat strength or whatever they get, whatever their ability is. So yeah, these guys are going to attack really hard. I think they have like 50. Geez, I'm playing a Viking campaign myself, so I think they have like 55, 57 combat strength depending on promotions and things like that. So we'll see how well they can defend against the knights. Manchester, besides that though, isn't really defended all that much. I swear Norway had a lot more military troops than that. But we'll see how they go. You know, if England pulls up its navy fast enough, it could demolish this stuff. I could actually see it going either way. I could see Vicky turning the tables and taking Scotland back. That's actually a likely scenario. We could see that because once these units fall, Harold has no chance. Harold's going to be in a tough spot. But we'll see if maybe France can get involved, or maybe Spain tries themselves, because I bet you now we're gonna start to see Vicky pull out of a lot of these colonies in continental Europe and reinforce in the British Isles. I think that will be likely. I mean, there's nothing here in Bradford, and I bet you a few ships even go up north too if they need the reinforcements. All these units, I don't know what they were trying to do. I don't know if they were going to go after Amsterdam or something, but they're probably going to move up north now. I think that's likely. Okay, so let's kind of scoot around the map, kind of see what's going on. Arabia is attacking. Oh, I'm sorry. Russia is attacking the city-state, pretty much this Turkish city-state. But they're pillaging, and again, this has been a reoccurring theme, at least on Prince difficulty. So it's kind of hard to say because I don't play much. Whoa, some weird. I don't know. I got confused by all the units here. But yeah, Russia is going to be pressing downward, and we saw the AI. The AI apparently likes to siege a city out before it starts attacking. That's what we saw from Rome. That's what we saw from Arabia, and the Aztecs and Japan likes to surround a city, and maybe they go in, and maybe they're just more emphasis on pillaging. I don't know. I mean, remember, pillaging is way better in Civilization 5 than it was in Civ 6, so maybe that's what they're programmed to do. I don't know. I have no idea. How's India? Surprised that India hasn't started colonizing like Malaysia and Indonesia and things like that. This stuff's still all open. It's still all on the table. You better watch it because Montezuma is about to get another chunk of Australia. I bet you anything, because this landmass is too big, someone else will colonize like this part of Australia. There will be like 3 or 4, maybe 5 Aztec cities, and then one other person. Maybe Japan, India, China, the Congo. Someone will do it. I think so. And speaking of Japan, do you have any more settlers? Like, what are you doing, buddy? Hojo, you were colonizing like a whole bunch of stuff, and you kind of just stopped. Okay, well, here's one. Maybe they're going to go after Hawaii, but I don't think that's it. I think they're going to go probably towards the south. well, there's not that much space here, so I don't see them having that much luck over this way. Okay, so how's this war going? This war is getting closer. It is getting closer and closer. And another thing that I'd like to talk about is we might either start skipping turns. We might skip around for a little bit and see what happens, because obviously turns are taking a lot longer than they normally are. And that's because we're approaching turn 250, and that is just what happens in these games. But well, especially all the colonization. I didn't think there'd be this much this early on. Even on Prince difficulty, I mean, the AI didn't seem to ever really stop until they just didn't have any more spots. Hey, I gotta give it to Germany. They're not doing too well, but they've got some population in these core 4 cities. Well, I guess you could say the same again. No, not so much about France. Yeah, not really. I mean, by turn 250, they have what, 3? They've got 3 or 4, I think. Yeah, so they've got 3 cities out of 4 within the double digits. Berlin at 16, which is probably one of the best. I mean, Paris is at 15. This is something that I always love to talk about, even though it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I always look at Europe first, even though someone out of Europe. Okay, so Egypt's at 16. Man, Iran, you could have really used that city. You could have really. Your capital's still at 9. Your capital's still at 9. Movemba's at 15 up this way. That's not even his capital either. Wow. All right, that's kind of impressive. India, you typically like to grow 16. Okay, so 16 seems to be the barrier here, just above turn 250. I don't think it's going to get much higher. Oh, no, I completely passed Krakow, or the Polish capital, pretty much. 17. Look at Poland. How did they get 17? I mean, zooming in, they've got a ton of forests around. I mean, that gives, obviously, an extra food yield. Russia's declared war on Poland. Ooh, all right. Well, Russia, you were also attacking a city-state at the same time. I don't know if that was a good idea. Do you have the suzerain over these guys? It looks like they might. So that would be helpful if you have Russian units kind of distracted by this region over here. Yeah, so I guess 17 is the max right now. Unless, yeah, Kyoto's at 15. We'll see about the New Worlds. No, Aztecs doing terrible in terms of colonization. Brazil's colonized. I'm sorry, in terms of population, I mean. Yeah, Aztecs not doing good in terms of population. And, yeah, Brazil's at 14, so good for Poland. Poland probably having the biggest city in the world. Not sure if it's the best city, though. Yeah, I don't know about the best city. Oh, man, these religious units. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be a future option for religious victories to disable religious units. If you disable a religious victory, that's tough though, because then religion doesn't play a role in the game. This is bad. Like, this is bad. You've got this massive pilgrimage that's been going on for at least 100 turns from China, getting in the way of so many other nations. Now, this is only really a European problem. However, you have to think, if you're playing on a random archipelago map, or a random continents map with a bunch of rough terrain, a lot of mountain ranges around you, that's affecting the AI, baby. That's, here's a fix for it entirely. It's just you've got to let them stack. You've got to let Rome be able to stand on top of the same tile, even if China is moving through. I think that's got it, and that's a really quick. That's the easiest thing that you could do, so that we can avoid this. Because I'm pretty sure Rome is still at war or something. Either way, yeah, that's got to happen. I mean, we can see it with the trader like that. That's a possibility. And that would make it, I know that people try to stop their city from being converted by, surrounding them with units. I don't think so. And that seems kind of gamey anyways. I don't know. There's probably a legitimate reason, though. I'm sure someone can think of it in the comment section why that's not a good idea, to not let people, to not let religious units go underneath any other unit in general. There's probably a legitimate reason, but I think for now, it sounds like a good idea. Dang, Scythia, you built probably way too much here. Way too many unique tile improvements. What do these guys give? Oh, it doesn't show me. Yeah, I can't show yield. But, I mean, maybe not way too many. Oh, yeah, gold, faith, and food. You pretty much get extra faith out of this, and gold. And you're sacrificing population. But hey, they're not doing that bad. Population-wise, not doing bad. I mean, their capital's still at 8. Everything else is below double digits, though. So I guess there's something to be said there. Oh, Scythia, that's right. Scythia's at war with China. Nothing's coming from it, though. Yeah, no, nothing is coming from it. Hey, Brazil, where did you settle? I want to know where Brazil settled. Did you settle towards... There it is right there. Okay, so you're just going to continue to stay on this path? This city has a harbor, so they can start building ships. We might see some interesting conflicts between in the Atlantic. That's totally possible. That is very, very possible. All right, so what is happening up this way? Anything? There's a war, right? Oh, that's right. This the Norway-English War, which ended up being kind of nothing here. Nothing ended up taking place. It does seem like Norway lost a ton of troops, or they ran away. One or the other. I think Amsterdam might have had the suzerain. Someone had the suzerain over Amsterdam, I think. I'm not entirely sure about that. See, this is bad. This is really bad because Rome can't do anything. Did you guys settle Sahara, the Sahara Desert yet? Spain wants to go and I think kind of build off of what they've got going on here. I feel like that's kind of been an AI move, which is smart. But it does seem like the AI tries to push to settle in regions that they've already settled in. Or that I think that might not be the case. I think it could be just the fact that there's more housing down here than there is in the Sahara. I don't know how much housing affects some of these positions. Clearly, I mean, this doesn't, this is getting +1 because of the coast, and then you're getting +3 because of the river. All the river, here's +1 from Barcelona. I'm looking for like a neutral one. Has anyone settled like a neutral city? Here we go. So that's the Congo, but the Congo are doing well, so I don't think he cares about housing all that much. But yeah, you're talking about no, I shouldn't say neutral, but 0 extra housing because of no fresh water or coastline. The lake offers a bunch of extra, not a bunch. You think it would, right? I guess rivers and lakes should offer the same, but at the same time, I'm like, these lakes are so rare. Like, why not give them 4 or 5 extra housing? Why not? Maybe that's a mod to experiment with, and then see how it goes, and maybe put it into the base game. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Russia is moving in on Poland, but Poland's defending themselves pretty well. I don't think that there's going to be a problem. I don't think there's going to be a problem at all. I think they're going to be fine. So anyways, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to probably skip a few turns. Not skip a few turns. We're probably going to skip quite a few turns and see where this campaign goes by turn 300. I'll try not to skip too much, and we'll see where it goes from there, and then we'll... Did the Aztecs settle yet? No, the Aztecs haven't settled yet. Yeah, and then we'll see where it goes from there, and we will pick it up around turn 300. And we might just kind of do that. Spain was at war with Germany. I didn't know that one. Maybe we'll do every 50 turns, depending on how long it takes, and we'll see how it goes. There's definitely a lot of things I want to discuss, as always, at the finish of an AI-only battle, and especially this one, for this series in particular, because this is the first one that we'll be doing. I love to give my thoughts, and I love to kind of get feedback in kind of the future videos, and especially when we end this series. It depends on, how the pacing goes, I guess, exactly, but in future videos, I'm definitely going to give my thoughts, and we'll see. Hopefully, we've learned some things about how the AI makes decision making, and maybe kind of throw out some possible changes for the future. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.